You clicked on this video due to destiny and not by chance. There is nothing unique about my title, and there's nothing special about my thumbnail. We both know that YouTube prioritizes content that has made your life worse and is the exact reason that you're in the life situation that you are in right now. The guy who currently rules YouTube consistently makes content that by definition is known as something called mental masturbation. The reason for this is not only because of the video he makes, but every single content creator on YouTube tries to implement something from his own videos, put it into theirs to keep you engaged from start to finish, eliciting all this fake dopamine to keep you engaged from start to finish. There's gonna be none of that in this video. Stop mentally masturbating like I did every single day up until I was 20 years old. There's such a desire in you to have more. There's this ambition to achieve and do more. But because of your own thoughts and you're just circle jerking basically in your mind, you have stayed exactly in the same place for year in and year out. The reason why you have anxiety and depression in simple terms is because of your inability to go all in. Because you're imagining what could go wrong in the future. Little did you know that if you went all in right now, you could actually control what happens in your future. Depression is literally an accumulation of past events that have affected you in the past. And because of that, it is affecting what you do right now. But if you realize that if you actually let all of that go and focused on going all in right now, you'll be so much of a happier person. In this video, I'm going to go over the importance of going all in right now and how you must if you want to live the life that you were destined for. And the first aspect of going all in is that you need to become committed. Commit to something. And on the opposite end, stop not committing to things. I need you to pick something in your life that you want to commit to for a long period of time. I need you to stop doing something for 3 days, and because you didn't like it, it was too hard, or you didn't get results in it, you stop doing that thing and you just go on to the next thing because it's your little shiny object syndrome that's coming to play. Stop saying you're going to do something and then not do it. As I've said in previous videos, if you continuously break trust with yourself, you are going to live a very dark and miserable life. That's why social media is so dangerous, because it keeps influencing you with all of these shiny things of this is the best way to do this is the best way of doing that. Social media has literally trained you that if you don't like something immediately, you have the ability to just keep scrolling. You're treating your life almost as just like a scrolling book. Like I said, because of your lack of commitment, you are breaking trust. Not only is this an insult to yourself, but this is an insult to anyone that believes in you. And with that being said, if you don't have anyone that believes in you, that's because you do not believe in yourself yet. And how could you believe in yourself? You don't have trust or belief in yourself. You try something for 1 or 2 days and then you give up. Anything that is worth achieving, I'm not even telling you to make $1 billion. Anything that is even worth having, even in the slightest bit, requires time, effort, and patience and consistency. And the only way to do these things is to be committed. So by you not being committed, it's an insult to anyone that believes in you. And that's okay. If no one believes in you right now, that's because you're at rock bottom, and that's fine. You're gonna need to build trust with yourself first and make others believe in you only once you start believing in yourself. And that's the same for me. When I first started doing anything, everyone was like, oh, okay, cool idea, but no one actually supported me or believed in me. Even right now, I'm still pretty small. There's no one in my social circle, or there's no one really around me in my life that's pushing me every day to keep doing this. It's literally, I'm doing this for my own sake. I'm just saying, if there are people in your life who do believe in you and do support you, you are literally letting them down every single day that you are not committed. So actually commit to something and see how far it goes. Even if you don't get the results that you want in a few weeks, months, or even a year or two, you need to understand that that time is going to pass regardless. All the time that you spend switching from thing to thing, you are not going to see any progress or results from that either. So stick to one thing and actually dedicate every single day to getting better for whatever, a few months or a year or two, because regardless, like I said, that time is going to pass. You are going to become older. You would have either seen results with trying something, or you would have just gotten older with no results. So which one is it going to be? Commit to something, see how far it goes, and go all in. I have always wanted to create content since 2020, and I've literally procrastinated this for pretty much the next 3 years. I went down the same rabbit hole as pretty much everyone else who is just trying to make quick money online. As I've stated in pretty much every video, I started off with dropshipping, then I went to SMMA right after because I was afraid of being on camera. Even though while doing dropshipping and doing SMMA this entire time, at the back of my mind, I thought about how cool it was to actually produce content, have people learn something from that content and actually better their lives. But instead, I let my fear, I let my procrastination take control over me, and my greed to make quick money right now really take control over my life. And once I actually got over this fear, I got over this procrastination, I started to focus on it towards the end of 2023. And while still small, I only have 240 subscribers. I've been able to do this in just around 30 videos. Having a personal brand just like this is something that I have always wanted, and I suggest if you actually want to start an online business and start to make money and start to have something substantial long term, you must start a personal brand and nothing else. This is a period that you must enter and that you're going to go through where you can't be hanging out with your friends and family anymore. This is going to be a time period that is lonely. It's going to be a period where there's going to be days where you do not feel like waking up and working, but you must do so anyways. Your friends are going to start thinking and calling you weird for quote unquote working all of the time, and you're going to honestly feel embarrassed to tell them what you're doing because truly they're not going to understand anything you're doing, and you're not going to have the confidence because you're really at ground zero, and you're not going to have the confidence to tell them exactly what you're doing. And even if you have the confidence to share what you're working on, they're not going to understand and they're going to doubt you, and that doubt is going to creep into your own mind and going to stop you from doing what you need to do. And these negative interactions are going to push people further and further from you. Your loved ones, the people that you care about the most, the people that you spend time with the most prior to this, are going to think that you don't care about them anymore. But what you have to realize again is that in order to be selfless, you must be selfish. Yeah, at a surface level, it might be cool to get that fast car, to get a house, to be able to move out, take trips whenever we want to, but that's just at a surface level. But at a deeper level, we both know that our heart and our souls do not actually want these things. These are materialistic things that are being fed by our ego to impress other people. We don't actually care about these things at a fundamental level. What we do care about at a fundamental level is to take care and to provide for the people that we care about most, whether it be our family, our friends, whoever it might be. The reason we want to achieve all of these things is we want to be able to provide this better life for others. Because what is all of these materialistic things without these people that we love the most? What is flying first class without your brothers next to you? What is having $1 million if you can't provide for your family to help them pay with bills, to retire them? When we go out to a restaurant with friends, we want to be the one that can pick up the bill, that can actually tell our friends, don't worry about it, I got you. When one of our friends asks for money, we can give it to them and not ask for anything in return. When there's bills to be paid, we just give it to our family without even questioning. We want to be able to do all of these things on command. These are the things on a very basic and fundamental level that we want to do for others. But in order to actually achieve any of these things, in order to give a better life to others, you must first be selfish. You need to go through a phase of prioritizing yourself first. And like I said, this process is going to be lonely. You're not going to have friends every single day by your side doing this with you. I mean, if you do get this chance, that's very, very lucky. But for most of you, even like myself, pretty much by myself, because my friends are not going to understand this. Right now, your focus has been on the external, literally everything besides you. And because of that, that's exactly why you are where you are right now. You haven't been doing the self-work, the self-improvement yet, and because of that, you can't give to others. Now, this next part is the most important. In order to even go through these dark and lonely phases of doing everything by yourself, of continuously failing every single day, but you continuously show up even when you don't feel like it, the only way you can actually get up and find the motivation every single day is to master your dark emotions. Your dark emotions are anger, resentment, dissatisfaction, disgust, hatred. You have been relying on the wrong motivation this entire time. You've been looking for when you feel good, when you feel happy, when you feel joy, to do the things that you want to do. And have you realized that happiness and that joy is very short-lived? And because of that, the output or the work that you need to do ends up coming to you so little of the time because you don't really feel that happiness and that joy all that time. But what's actually beneath you at the back of your mind that no one actually gets to see are those dark emotions, that anger, that resentment, that hatred, that want to do more, that ambition, that dark desire that no one gets to see. You need to tap into that anger of going to a job that you hate every single day. You need to tap into that anger of realizing I'm literally getting a degree in something that I do not like to then just struggle to find a job. Getting a job is not easy anymore. That whole idea of job security is a thing of the past. So that needs to anger you. I'm about to get all of this student loans, I'm about to get this degree, and I'm literally going to struggle in finding a job. All of that needs to be put into rage, which is then put into action. You have to literally look at your bank account balance and literally want to projectile vomit everywhere. The fact that you can't take that pretty girl out on a date because you can't afford to, that you can't go out with your friends on the weekends when you want to. These negative emotions need to literally take control of you, and then you need to take those emotions and to channel that into hard work. This isn't joy, this isn't happiness. I'm not doing this because of the Lamborghini at the end of the day. I'm doing this because I'm disgusted. And in the sense, I've been able to master my dark emotions in the sense that I haven't let it take control over me into the point where I'm paralyzed, but more in the sense I've been able to channel this energy. Not let the energy take control of me, but channel this energy into something more productive and creative, something just like this. Use that to your advantage, especially if you're a young male with a lot of testosterone running through your body. You need to tap into that energy that society calls toxic masculinity. No, it is that exact energy that is going to take you to where you want to be. With that being said, turn off all distractions and tap into that dark cloud that is sitting right over you. Go all in, and I will see you at the top.